I wrote in 2014 about Bob Gates's memoir of his time as Secretary of Defense.
Looks like that All in the Family Wilford Brimley guy.
His memoir during the Obama administration was criticized.
Tell me that ain't Wilford Brimley.
Its potential effect on Hillary Clinton's presidential.
This guy's ridiculous.
His former colleague when she was Secretary of State.
It's an actor.
I made the point then that everybody in Washington is an adult in this process. We understand exactly the way it goes. My feeling in basically all of my government jobs, from lower levels up to the last job, was that
this was a deep state actor.
Possibly would be in the papers the next morning. And this is nothing new in American history, as I point out.
Oh, it's nothing new. No, we had traitors going all the way back.
Newspapers funded in part by putting their writers on government salaries. And somehow, poor George Washington managed to stumble through it.
Some of those pictures of you in the back of meetings, adjusting your glasses, holding notes.
This dude would be feathered and tarred back in the day.
At what time in the
This dude would have been feathered and tarred.
Really thinking about this, and without detailed notes, were you going to be able to do
He's a traitor.
in September, and your deadline was what, the fall?
Don't give him the time of day.
Something very similar, as I say, when I left the Bush administration, and that's the same pattern I followed here.
He's peddling his stupid book.
Sarah Sanders this morning said this.
John Bolton was your classic case of someone who was completely drunk on power.
Exactly.
He was the president. He was constantly
Drunk
pushing his own agenda,
power.
which was all he cared about. The big problem for John Bolton is that's not how it works. He forgot that no one elected him to anything, and that it was President Trump and President Trump's agenda that mattered within the White House.
Exactly. He's a nobody.
She's just flatly wrong on that. I think the duty of loyalty that a senior official...
He's a nobody. He's peddling in his book during the coronavirus.
...of the United States. We're not a feudal society.
Trying to get rich.
The Middle Ages. We don't owe loyalty.
Thinking about his next government job.
Routinely undercuts
what an
his own
idiot.
advisors and
You
conversations.
can see right through him.
The president has talked about almost everything.
He's no different from
at one level or another.
From that lady.
Not told the truth. So
that lady from The
deal is
Apprentice.
He gets to say whatever he wants.
Omarosa.
People don't get to hear the truth. Is that the kind
This
of
guy's the next Omarosa.
On the flip side, you have House Speaker Nancy Pelosi saying you chose profit over patriotism. And here's what Adam Schiff said about it.
Exactly.
What John Bolton has demonstrated, and I think to the length and degree
Look at
that he
this
indicts
pencil
Donald
neck.
Trump, he also indicts
Idiot.
himself for cowardice and for greed. Because there were people who did come forward, people like Colonel Vindman and Fiona Hill, who risked their careers, and he lacked that basic courage and patriotism. It was only the greed that made him...
They say he's got a lot of skeletons in his closet, this guy.
The Constitution and supporting the American
Idiot.
people. Democrats would say, why didn't you step up back then?
The Democrats have a lot of reason to be concerned, I think, because...
He might have a lot of skeletons in his closet.
Was catastrophically wrong. I characterize what they did as impeachment malpractice.
He might have blackmailed them.
By their own political objectives, to go after Trump as fast as they could, as narrow as they could, because they were concerned about messing up their own...
They probably got him a picture of him in a motel with
what they said about Donald Trump.
Lady of the Night.
Using the power of government.
I wouldn't be surprised.
The reality of history,
like The Godfather.
Watergate demonstrates this beyond...
Always comes back to The Godfather.
The only way you have a real chance at impeachment...
He's a stupid politician, look.
...is through a bipartisan...
You know when he's lying when his mouth is moving.
And that's not what it was this time around. Plenty to unpack there, so let's bring in tonight's panel. Co-host of The Five right here on Fox News, Juan Williams, and Fox News contributor. And
oh, here we go again, Juan Williams.
Sarah Sanders, thank you both for
to get the other side, like I need that.
Good evening, good night.
He don't even know if it's day or night. Good evening. What a knucklehead.
Mr. Bolton, former ambassador, says your assessment of him is all wrong. How do you respond?
Well, look, what I'm saying is very consistent with what I've been saying since I took the job. Unlike John Bolton,
lovely lady, Sarah Sanders.
because for 17 months He championed what the president was doing and went out and sold that agenda. And now all of a sudden that he no longer works in the White House, he's changed his tune. I think he is a complete disgrace. That is not how a national security advisor should operate.
She looks wonderful in
He
green.
should be held accountable for the
Beautiful.
actions that he's taken. Look, this isn't an opinion that I'm
smart, educated.
If you look at most
the left,
people
they
that
don't like her.
John Bolton, not just in the Trump White House, but go back to the Bush White House. They have the same feelings. This was a person who was driven purely by their own agenda, and he didn't get his way.
He looks like Colonel Sanders.
Stormed off. He acts like a 4-year-old toddler, and I think that is.
He looks like a cartoon I once saw.
Everything that has taken place since the release and the.
He is a cartoon. Look at that guy.
That we've watched him happen.
It's a cartoon come to life.
Yeah, and you know, Juan, Democrats are mad at him too. We're getting an earful from congressmen like Schiff and Swalwell and others who say, listen, if he's such a good guy and he was so worried about these things, why didn't he come testify on the Hill and help us with impeachment?
No. He wants to write a book about
I don't think
it.
there's any question on that one, Shannon. And you think about Colonel Vindman, Fiona.
The room where it happened.
And Colonel Vindman is still suffering consequences.
It's probably the room he came out of the closet.
And John Bolton did not. And he said he would testify before the Senate, but of course the Senate, the Republican caucus in the Senate prevented that. He now says in the interview with Brett Baer that the Democrats should have subpoenaed him. Well, obviously that would have taken an extended period because it would have been challenged in the court as it was with Mr. Kuperman. So we don't know how it would have played out and what the courts might have done eventually. But to me, it really is about John Bolton and the refusal
Yeah, let me
to
get your
testify.
opinion,
Bolton,
Juan Williams.
in the interview, says at one point, he wanted to join a conservative Republican administration.
Media Matters mouthpiece.
But to my mind, again, and I guess I'm picking up on what Sarah was just saying.
You know when he's lying, when his mouth is moving.
He is the lone arbiter of what's right and wrong here. And it's not about Democrats or Republicans. He says that, the president, if the president lies and nobody challenges him, then what kind of society we are. But then the question becomes, what kind of society are we? What kind of administration is it? If people go off like they're the Lone Ranger instead of playing team ball at some point.
He says
a Lone Ranger, you're tonto.
So the American people have a better view. Sarah, a lot of people thought from the beginning they weren't a match because they disagreed on some key foreign policy issues. But tonight, Bolton telling Brett that he doesn't regret taking the position with the administration. What do you make of the fact that they were not a match? A lot of people think from the beginning.
Well, I think the reason that John Bolton doesn't regret it is because he now has a book to sell that he would have never been able to do otherwise. They certainly had disagreements, and the president isn't against having people that he disagrees with in the room, and I think that was one of the reasons he initially liked Bolton being there. Unfortunately, when he didn't get what he wanted, he would
shameless
on more than one occasion, John Bolton came into
self-promotion.
my office and asked me to release a statement from the White House that
Self-promotion.
hadn't been approved by the president or other stakeholders in the building. I'd look at it, I'd say, this isn't what the president's been talking about, we can't put this out. And he would storm off mad. He had an agenda, he tried to drive it, and when he couldn't get exactly what he wanted,
he took the ball home with him.
You have to remember, no one elected John Bolton to anything. 63
He's a
million Americans
knucklehead.
came out and overwhelmingly
Nobody would want
voted
him.
for Donald Trump. That has nothing to do
Nobody
with
would vote for
Bolton. They
him.
wanted his policies, his agenda to go forward and be what they looked for.
He's a
And John Bolton
neocon
forgot that
nut.
somewhere along the way and thought it was his administration to run.
Well, and now
Sarah, I think that raises the question.
Well, here we go again.
Before you get cut off, Juan.
What, Juan?
I'm sorry. Sarah, I think that raises the question.
You're
why
sorry.
President Trump hired
It's the
John
first
Bolton.
thing you said that was right.
Bolton's known for his aggressive foreign
He's a
policy.
sorry.
By contrast, President
Whatever.
Trump is something of an
gonna go there.
isolationist, an America First guy.
We gotta leave it there. And as Sarah said, sometimes you want your critics at the table so you can make those decisions with all sides heard.
Yeah, he's a
Okay,
neocon,
Juan.
Juan. Get it? He's a neocon. Trying to bring down the president.
Washington. Protesters burning an American flag. This is an area just near the White House. You see the cheers as it goes up in flames there. We are covering these protests in your
Look at these knuckleheads.
We'll keep an eye on it.
Unbelievable.